parents probably and even players forget that players are made in the off season, and I think playing games are one thing, but I don't think anything takes the place of getting yourself in a situation where you can spend time with individual development, understanding the fundamentals of the game, understanding that you're going to put hours on hours by yourself with someone that's teaching you the proper fundamentals, all the little things that go into being a good basketball player, and you need to have all of it. But I think there's a certain time of year where there's no question that fundamentals and individual work is the most important thing.
Well, one thing that I always tell little girls, even at the camp level, they can be 5, 6 years old, but start working on your basic basketball skills, your ball handling, your passing, your shooting. I've always said to our kids, get in the gym in the off season, because we really need to develop our skill and continue to try and improve our offensive range and efficiency. And a lot of times kids just want to go play pickup, but they need to go work on their game.
I think the biggest thing, they watch Sports Center all the time, so all they see are the dunks and the three-point shots, right, and the fantastic plays, as opposed to the solid fundamental base that everybody needs to have. And I think the best word of advice on that is Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan said that he knew the fundamentals. He had a tremendous base, a tremendous foundation, and then he could move on to better things.
Well, most kids are looking for a game to play, and I think the most important part of individual improvement comes when you go to the gym by yourself or into a facility like the Suwanee facility without your team. It's what you do when your team's not around, when no one's looking, that I think makes kids or athletes better players. So, you got to work on the skills. You got to work on your body, your muscular tone, your strength. But as a basketball coach, I think you got to work on your shooting skills, your ball handling skills, and your passing skills.
Quality time to hone those fundamentals. And it's going to take repetition, repetition, repetition. And the only way you can really learn, and the only way you can become a better player, you can watch a professional athlete or watch someone great at that position, or that, Reggie Miller on the way he shoots the ball, but he's different. Everybody's different. And you can go try it. You can get a videotape and try to, but the best thing is have someone there tutoring you, just like you're in an academic situation. You have to have someone that can correct you, advise you each step of the way.
I think the basics of the game, fundamentally to be sound in all aspects of the game, not only shooting, everybody works on their shooting, but their ball handling, the passing ability, defense, being able to play the angles, just have the basic fundamentals and refine those so that when they get in a competitive situation, they're able to compete. Also to train, to be able to, strength training is important, agility, knowing how to run, knowing how to jump, how to leap, those are things that they could be taught.
When you're spending time working as a team, that's what you're working on. You're working on the team concept, where each player on the floor might have a different role. I think that when you're working individually, our goal has always been that you want every player to be as good as he can possibly be. We've always trained big guys like guards like big guys. We want them to be well-rounded fundamentally, because one thing we know is that the fundamentals have stood the test of time. And so there's two different things here. And then what you want, obviously, is to take the very best basketball player that you can have and then mold them into a team concept. But when you're working team, you're working team.
100 years ago when I was a high school player, my high school coach said a team is built during the season, a player is built during the off season. And I've always felt that way, that during the off season, that's when the individual skill and development has to be done. It's when people do a much, much better job. And I think for me, during the course of our season, we don't have an opportunity to just basically do those things on an individual basis. We have to worry about our team offense, our team defense, our press offense, and those kind of things. But you have to have the fundamental skills. And so even at the college level, at the major college level, we still spend a great deal of time on the individual skill development. But if the youngsters have that before we get them, it certainly makes it a heck of a lot easier and makes our team a lot better.